are we in Dumsor yet? And what could possibly explain why ECG has not put out a timetable yet?
My brother, you see, some of these things, we tend to stretch the magnitude of what's happening. I think your gentleman you spoke to bundle of issues together. Ongoing maintenance always happen. That is why in the sector there's something called your spin capacity, which is your excess capacity that is used to mitigate some of these work that goes on. Currently, if you look at the total installed capacity that we have as a nation, it's about 5,138 megawatts thereabout. What we use currently is about 4,200. There is a lot of room in terms of what you need for your shutdowns of what your gentleman did. The breakdown he did about WAPCo being down, TICO, and also maybe one turbine at Akosombo being refurbished. There is room for those shutdowns. That will not send us into the situation where clearly the situation at hand is WAPCo closing their pipeline. That happened yesterday, but the explanation to that is not that WAPCo is not being paid any money. Before the holidays, WAPCo was paid for 40 million Ghana cedis, which was equivalent of $3.25 million. With the problem that WAPCo is having, the problem that WAPCO is having is trying to find the management of GMPC to sit with them to talk about the legacy. There is a debt that exists which needs to be resolved. Unfortunately, the managing director of GMPC is hardly ever on his feet. And that is one of the frustrating things that some of us are having in the sector. We've been basically advocating that government should let the cash waterfall pay WAPCo directly instead of the money going through GMPC, because the problem and the frustration WAPCo has is the non-communication from GMPC. So a lot of effort is being put in place to mitigate that thing, where going forward, if the powers that be do listen to the advice that some of us are given, is that we should let the cash waterfall pay WAPCo directly.
Well, last year when this happened, government entered into an agreement with WAPCo. They pay some $6 million out of the debt.
See, when you say government, it is GMPC that owes, because it's a legacy debt and GMPC is a government institution. That is where Ministry of Finance comes in.
I agree, but GMPC paid that $6 million. Well, GMPC paid that $6 million. They were supposed to honor the debt. Well, Mr. Poku, there were some arrangement agreed between the parties. One, of course,
yes, but that is what I'm saying. That please, can I finish? That's what I'm trying to tell you. That it's unfortunate that we are where we are now, because from me speaking to WAPCo, I've spoken to WAPCo today. Okay, their frustration is that there is non-communication. If you agree to terms with somebody, there need to be follow-ups. Okay. Now, the current bills are being paid. Like I said, just before Christmas, they were paid 40 million Ghana cedis, which is $3.25 million. What WAPCo's frustration is the legacy debt, which GMPC is not forthcoming in giving a roadmap on that. Okay. So let's not create the impression that we are in some dire problem. By close of today, with the meetings that have been had from morning and this afternoon, by close of today, WAPCo would have released the gas in the pipeline for powers to be installed. Okay. But what the government is trying to look at is a long-term solution where either the Ministry of Finance will pay WAPCo directly without having it to go to GMPC, or the cash waterfall will pay WAPCo directly without having to go through GMPC.
That's fine.